Hey guys, it's Dani, and we are officially in the holiday season. So I wanted to take some time to step back and talk about surviving the holidays without slipping into some crazy diet mentality or gaining 15 pounds or going all or nothing. Now you guys know that I'm not a big fan of deprivation and restriction and crazy food rules, but I do think that going in with a little bit of a game plan, probably a good idea. So here are my 5 essential tips for surviving the holidays. Number 1, do not try to be perfect. The goal in the next few weeks is not to make it through the holidays, never having a glass of wine or never eating a Christmas cookie. This is the holidays. It's a time to be celebrated. And in my opinion, food and drink are a part of that celebration. If your goal is to keep it 100% clean throughout the holidays, you're gonna set yourself up for failure, because that right there is all or nothing thinking, right? And when you set a goal and you don't reach it, you end up feeling bad, you feel the shame, you feel the guilt, all that comes up. And remember, we can never take positive action from a negative emotional state. So we want to be realistic, in anything that sets off your all or nothing perfectionist tendencies, just leave them at the door. Number 2, want what you want. Now, I don't know about you, but something happens for me, usually kicks off around Halloween, where I go, oh my God, there's candy in my kid's candy bucket. This is the only day of the year that I can eat candy. I should eat a whole bunch of it, right? And the same thing happens through the holiday season. And it's just not true, right? The truth of the matter is that these foods really are available to us all year round. So I need to pause and remind that to myself, like, hey, you really can have pumpkin pie any time of the year. You truly can have eggnog whenever you want it. Same with candy, same with mashed potatoes. They're truly always available when you want it. So before you decide to eat something, just check in with yourself and make sure that you really want it and you're really gonna enjoy it, and you're not just having it because you think you should, because it's the only day of the year that you can have it, right? So make sure that you want what you want. Number 3, pick your parties or pick your poison. You've got 2 choices here. If you have 3 events on the calendar, maybe you say, okay, at party number 1, I'm gonna eat dinner before I go, and I'm gonna stick to water and really focus on the company. And then at that second party during the week, I'm gonna let loose a little bit more and indulge a little bit. Create a little balance for yourself. Or you can do what I prefer to do, which is pick your poison at the party. So maybe instead of, like for instance, if I'm going to a party with all of my girlfriends, right, and I know there's gonna be finger foods and wine and a dessert table, I might say to myself, you know what? I'm gonna try some of the finger foods and I'm gonna have some wine, but I'm gonna keep it off the dessert table. I'm gonna skip desserts tonight. Make the wine my dessert. Or if I'm going to like a family gathering, maybe I'll say, I'm gonna skip the wine and I'm gonna have my Aunt Sally's pumpkin pie that she makes, because I know that I love it and that's what I'm gonna choose, right? So choose the thing that really excites you the most, because we wanna get a lot of that pleasure and the joy out of the choices that we're making and really enjoy them, and not just get sucked into doing it all, because that's really not enjoyable. That's kind of when we go mindless. Okay, number 4, keep it extra clean at home. I think this is one of the easiest things that we can do. Because at home is the one environment throughout the holidays that we do have some control over. So I know for myself, I like to try to make lots of kale salad and lots of veggie soups, and just keep it really clean at home, eating foods that are really satisfying, but also very nourishing to me, because it just kind of helps balance everything out. And number 5, and this one is really big, and this is definitely the one that I'm continuously working on, and that is to be kind and learn, right? So no matter how many strategies we put in place, no matter how many plans we have, how much awareness we have, none of these things are ever gonna protect us from being human. We are still gonna have slip-ups. We're gonna eat a cookie when we said we weren't going to. We're gonna have more wine than we set out to have. It's gonna happen, right? But rather than looking at these things and thinking, oh my God, I'm such a failure. Oh, I can't believe it didn't work, or I really should have done this. Pause and say, I wonder what about that didn't work for me? How could I do this differently? How could I do this in a way that I feel would work? Or better yet, what would I want to do, right? Really take it as an opportunity to get curious about yourself, learn about yourself, and set up a new plan for the next time around. So these are some of the strategies that I plan on using to make it through the next few weeks without starting the new year feeling like a slump. But I am so curious as to what do you do? How do you approach the holiday season? Do you use any tips or tricks or strategies to help you get through it while maintaining your health and weight loss goals? Or do you just kind of go all in when you're in Rome, whatever that expression is? So I would love to hear from you guys. Go down into the comments below. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what you do. By all means, if you have any questions, put them down there, because I think when you guys ask questions, it really helps all of us. We kind of learn from each other, and there's a very good chance that your question will end up in one of these videos. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm Dani Spies, and I will see you next time with some more clean and deliciousness.